Hey everybody, in this video we're going to break down 4/4 time. Now we just covered in the introduction that the left side of the time signature represents the number, and the right number in the time signature represents the type of beat. All right, so 4/4 time we have 4 quarter notes per measure. Okay? Something that we haven't covered yet, and something that we did not cover in detail during the introduction video, is that BPM means beats per minute. Okay? The faster the BPM, the quicker you play, the quicker you count. The slower the BPM, the slower the play, the slower you count. And BPM is represented by a numerical value, all right? And it's beats per minute. So let's just keep that in mind, because that's going to impact what we're going to talk about later in the video, which is our click, okay? 4/4 time I want to break down for you in this illustration by using a very poorly drawn circle to represent a pie. All right, so this is one whole pie. Okay? Hadn't been cut yet, hadn't been touched, it's a whole. You draw a line down the middle of it, one whole turns into 2 what? Halves. Very good. All right, 2 halves broken down even further. You split 2 halves in half and you get 4 quarters. All right, in music, how we're gonna call that, we're just gonna add one word to the end of it, and we're gonna say 4 quarter singular notes. Okay, this is important because 4/4 time is 4 quarter notes per measure. Remember that? 4/4 time is ... 4 quarter notes per measure. All right, the way this breaks down mentally and musically is this. We're gonna count per measure 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, remember 4/4 time has that march feel to it. Okay, now it's going to be important for us to understand how to play in 4/4 time if we can take this to another level. We need to be able to break down 4/4 time to another sub level. So you break down a whole in 2, you get a half. You break down 2 halves, you get 4 quarters. You break down 4 quarters and you wind up with 8 eighth notes. All right, now I want you to see that we still have the quarters represented here. All right, don't lose that, it's important. 1, 2, 3, 4. The eighth notes are going to be twice as fast. They're going to be counted twice as fast as the quarter notes were. Okay, so 1's going to start there, 2's still going to be there, 3's going to be there, 4, because we're going to let the numbers represent the quarter notes, but we're going to actually say the eighth note and use an and symbol. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And how we count this is actually twice as fast as we counted the quarter notes though. So let's count the quarter notes to remember how we did that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count the eights. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 8 notes again here. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4/4 time breaks down into 1/8 notes that way. You don't lose the march feel. You emphasize the one of every measure, okay? And the reason that we need to be able to break it down to 1/8 notes is because oftentimes our click is not going to be fast enough to have a quarter note click and keep everybody in time. Because if you had a slow BPM, say like this fast, like 60 or something, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do it like that and you only have like one click per quarter note sound, it's going to be very slow. What I mean by that is this. Here's one measure. Here are the 4 beats represented in that measure. A click, which is what musicians use to play along to a song in a certain BPM. All right, the click, if we had a quarter note click right here with a slow BPM, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really hard for drummers and other instrumentalists like acoustic players and keys players that really need to be able to lock in and play a lot or strum a lot or hit a lot of notes. It's really hard for those players to lock into a metronome if it's not subdivided. So if the BPM is so slow that you need an 1/8 note click, what you're gonna find is that a lot of your instrumentalists can play along to that click a lot better because the 1/8 note click is twice as fast as the quarter note click. Just like the 1/8 slice is half as big as the quarter slice. All right, so what it turns into visually, the click is this: 2 clicks per beat. I'm just gonna keep tapping, but this is what it will count like. If you're counting quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if the BPM is so fast that the 1/8 note click becomes too much, what we will do is go back to just a quarter note click. So what this will sound like is with a BPM like 110 or something like Glorious Day. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna keep that click going and count and talk to you. That metronome right there is a whole lot easier to follow because the BPM is so fast that the quarter note click is fast enough that everybody can stay locked in with that. So the type of click that you use is dependent upon the BPM, and that is how 4/4 time breaks down. It's how you play, it's how you lock into it. So 4/4 time, let's just review the big things again. It's a march, okay? And the first beat is what we want to emphasize. Okay? Please reach out with any questions. Please reach out with any ideas. I think I spelled emphasize correctly right then. If I didn't, you can reach out and tell me that too. But God bless you. Have fun learning what 4/4 time is. And again, I challenge you to connect the physical with the intellectual, because it's going to make the musical all the more better. And if we're making our music better, then what we're really doing is we're stewarding our musicianship in such a way that the spiritual grows too. Spirituality is greater than musicality. Talk to you soon.